Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Ned's Healing Sanctuary. I hope that this message finds you in the best of health and at peace. Um, Today, I thought we'd talk about something that I've been on the last few months or so, I guess, is a healing journey. And so I thought I would tell you about it and talk about why we go on healing journeys and what the benefit is. All right, so let's get into it. So, what is a healing journey? Healing journey is a personal endeavor, a process that you go on um, to come back to a sense of calm and peace within. Okay, it returns to completeness or wholeness. And this is after we endure a lot of emotional trauma, psychological trauma, and even physical pain. And you often start a healing journey when you come to a point of reflection where you decide, I don't really want to deal with this pain anymore. As you saw on that first slide of that woman, she's obviously in a lot of emotional stress. So you make the decision to go on this healing journey to improve your life, your health. And so it's not easy because you have to look inward, okay? And you have to do a process of self discovery. And so this involves, you could journal, to notate things down, to make sure that you process them and release them. It involves self-care as well, where you may change your diet, or you may change the things you do to pamper yourself. Make sure that you're resting enough, sleeping enough, and then the main thing is meditation as well, which is the source of the reflection inward. All right, so this is about changing how you view yourself. Okay, it's your relationship with yourself, from one that may be mostly critical to one that's mostly loving, forgiving. Okay. And so it's not easy, as we mentioned. It takes courage, and it can be difficult to look at those painful moments again, but it's the only way to release them. Okay. And so it's not linear. You don't like make progress all the way till you're done. It's undulating, non-linear. Some days are great. You make good progress. Other days seem like you take a step back because traumas that you thought you healed last week or whenever come back up, and so you have to re-heal them, repeat the process. Okay, but these are not failures. This is just part of it. Emotions are really difficult to process sometimes, and they can be difficult to understand. Um, but we are emotional beings, and these emotions are energy within us, just like our thoughts. So we're going to learn some activities that we can use on the healing journey, and hopefully you'll find them helpful to you. All right, and so this hopefully will allow you to take that pain that you felt and turn it into personal power, and that will be evident in how you look. You might appear more confident, more determined, right? Um, and this is called transmutation, where you take that pain and turn it into power. All right. So, what is the goal? Well, it isn't to erase the past, to forget the past, right? What we're planning to do is to kind of look that trauma in the eye, process it, and release it, and that will allow us to kind of incorporate that experience within us, but at the same time, not let it control us anymore. It doesn't define who we are. It's what we went through to get to who we are, right? But it's not who we are. And so, this process may change you. It may, you may decide to change the way that you style your hair, or For guys, you may decide to grow a beard or shave a beard. You may decide to change how you dress. Your gait or walk may change, right? You may hold your shoulders back, head up high, walk straighter, because you're more confident. So there, I'm not going to tell you you're not going to change, because I think you will change, right? For the better. And so the goal is to reach this place of inner peace where, you can face life with a sense of calm and self-love. So this allows you to carry your story as part of who you are and not be ashamed of it or feel that it's a burden. It's dragging you down. Okay. You've gained a lot of wisdom and you're able to empathize with others because of these experiences. So they're definitely should not be looked at as negatives, right? So hopefully this process will allow you to become the person that you were always meant to be and not have those emotional traumas dragging you down. Okay. So what activities can you do in a healing journey? Well, there are various meditations that I'm going to talk about today, and here's a summary of them. We'll start with a mindfulness meditation, and this is to keep you focused on the now, the present. Okay, a lot of times our thoughts go to the past. We start reliving the past. That's done. It's over. You can't change it. Or we jump to the future, trying to anticipate what may happen. That's, not very fruitful because anything can happen. Why don't we focus on the now instead? So that's what this meditation does. It trains your mind to come back to the now. Okay. There's also a meditation to release negative emotions. I touched on this one in a previous episode, but I felt that it was important to review it here because we're actually trying to release emotions, emotional trauma. And this one allows you to process the emotions and maybe identify any body stress, pain that's accompanying it, and release them both. Okay, and this allows you to quiet your mind so that these don't keep coming up. We'll also talk about a physical healing meditation, um, which is kind of self-explanatory, and then a grounding meditation to help stabilize and calm us. And there's also a connect with your inner child and heal them meditation. This one is really powerful. I've done this one several times. And then practice gratitude, which is how we should finish every meditation, I think, each day. All right. So, what is a mindfulness meditation and how do you do it? Like I mentioned, it focuses your mind on the present. So, what we want to do is the first 3 or 4 steps in these meditations are the same. So, if you want to do 2 or 3 back to back, you can, and you don't have to repeat the first 3 or 4 steps if they're the same. You're already in a meditative state. After you finish the previous meditation, just go right into the next one you want to do. All right. So first, find a comfortable seating position. It could be indoors or outdoors. If you're outdoors, I always recommend you take your socks off and shoes off and put your feet on the grass or on the soil. That gives you a direct connection to earth. All right. So then you would softly close your eyes. Take 5 or 6 deep breaths. So 5 seconds on the inhale. 5 seconds on the exhale. Do that 5 or 6 times. This will allow you to focus on your breath and calm you down. Now, in this meditation, your mind should wander. We expect that. And what will happen is, let's say you started this meditation and then a thought comes up. What am I going to have for dinner? So what you want to do is identify that thought, label it to acknowledge it, all right? And then let it go and bring your focus back to your breathing. So let's say you label that thought dinner, okay? Then you say, okay, thank you. I'm not going to think about that right now, but I'm going to let you go. Think about it later. And then you bring your focus back to your breathing. Okay. And this way, every time your mind wanders, you bring it back. It's training exercise, right? Training exercise. Eventually, you're going to stay focused on the present. That will really allow you to have deep, deep meditations because you're focused. You're not constantly, having these interruptions of thoughts. All right. So this will really help you in the long run, not just train your mind and focus on the present, and not just during meditations as well, but you'll be able to do that during your daily life. which, living in the now is the best place to be. All right, here's one on releasing negative emotions. This one is 2 slides long, so we'll go through it. Again, the first 3 steps are about the same. Comfortable seating position, close your eyes, 5 or 6 deep breaths. And now what you want to do is call to mind the emotion that's been bothering you. All right? So it could be sadness, could be jealousy, anxiety, grief, guilt, anger, whatever it is. Just bring it to mind and then focus on the triggering event, what caused it. But be careful not to dive into the details of it. Okay, we're not interested in that. What we're interested in is, first, do not judge it, how it happened or why it happened. Just acknowledge it, that it's there. And then label it. Could be sadness or jealousy or grief, whatever it is that you're focused on. And then locate the emotion in your body. So if there's an accompanying physical ailment with it, find it. All right. So focus on the emotion and then where do you feel it in your body? It could be tightness in your chest, so like a constriction or heaviness in breathing. It could be a pit in your stomach, like a bad feeling, right? You don't like that feeling. Clenching your jaw, so like stress, and heaviness in your shoulders, right here. And then it could be also like a muscle spasm in your back. Okay. And so find that place in your body and then use compassionate acceptance to release it. So what we're going to do is breathe into the area where that ailment is, that you feel it. If it's in your chest cavity, breathe into your chest. Okay. If you feel it in your shoulders, picture the breath going into your shoulders. Okay. Or into your back where the back spasm is. And then say, it's okay to feel this way. So you're acknowledging that it's okay to feel this and you're going to release it. Or you can say, may I stop feeling this pain now? So you're telling your subconscious mind to resolve it and release it. So, and that's how we let it go. So now we need to release the emotion and the pain. So imagine the tension melting away. Okay, so this is the tension in your body, wherever you felt that. And then see the emotion floating away like a cloud or maybe a ship sailing away quietly. All right. And then imagine each exhale carrying away the discomfort from the area that you felt it. Could be further down your body or your feet. It could be into the Mother Earth through your feet. Every exhale is pushing them down. Okay. So these tensions and negative emotions are basically energy. You can picture them as like dark energy, like charcoal or gray, as you release them. And then they have to go somewhere. So picture them either pushing them down or breathing them out of your mouth, like into the ether. Okay, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but just picture them going away from you. Okay, healing meditation. So this one is a physical healing. So picture, so here we have a comfortable seating position, softly closing our eyes again, 5 or 6 deep breaths. And then we're going to imagine roots growing from the pads of our feet and the heel of our feet into the ground, deeply into the ground. Okay, and these roots are going to be intertwining with the roots of trees and plants around you. All right, so now once you have that, you're going to visualize a beam of light coming in through your top of the head, the crown chakra, and then it's going to enter your body. It can be any color you like. Okay, could be lavender, yellow, green, blue, white, anything. And then you're going to want to focus the beam of light on the area of your body that you want to heal. So let's say if you want to heal a memory problem, then focus the beam of light. Let the light bathe your brain, okay, in healing light. And you can picture the brain speckled with black. And these may be like memory problems or nerve issues, right? And then the light would bathe the brain. And then you imagine the black specks coming off the brain. It's healing. And the brain is perfectly pink and healthy. Okay? And the black specks can live somewhere in your body. They can be black or gray energy. Again, just accumulate them. And when you're done healing all the parts of your body you want, we can flush them out. And we'll show you how to do that too. So let's say now the beam of light, you want to focus it on your throat. You may be having like thyroid problem or something, okay? Or you laryngitis or whatever, pain in your throat. So let the healing energy come in and bathe your throat in the universal life force energy. This is God energy. This is what makes us alive. Okay, so picture the throat with like scratches on it. Okay, or maybe with like specks black or streaks of black, indicating the pain or discomfort that you're feeling. And then you bathe the throat in the healing energy, and then you imagine those streaks being removed, and your throat is perfectly pink and healthy. Okay, and you're able to speak or sing or whatever it is you want to do. You could also, let's say you have a skin disorder. It could be eczema or psoriasis or acne. It could be anything. So picture the life force energy bathing your whole body. You're a body of light in your mind. Okay, all around you, under your arms, shoulders, back, legs, toes, everywhere in this light. And then you can picture the acne or the eczema or the psoriasis as black spots, okay, or growths. And then a healing energy bathes your body and then heals them, removes the black spots. They start falling off, and your skin is perfectly healthy, supple, okay, glowing. Maybe not if you're a man, okay. And then those black things that came off are again resting, say here. Now, when you finish the healing activities, then with each exhale, you want to push that negative energy down. So we're going to start with it here. So ready? So the top of your head is now life force energy color. So if that was lavender or yellow or green, whatever it was, your head is that color. The rest of your body is gray, meaning that's where the illness was pushed down. So now we're going to inhale and exhale, pushing the illness down further in our body. Okay. So now it's down to our waist. Now it's down to my knees. Now it's down to my ankles. Now it's going into earth. Okay, we're going to repeat that several times. Keep pushing it down farther and farther into the ground. And you can repeat mantras like, I deserve to be healthy. Okay, keep going. I am one with the universe and all its creation. Okay, and then, so that will take care of the negative energy coming from the illness. You pushed it down into the ground. And that's the end of that meditation. So now you could flow into a grounding meditation. So what's a grounding meditation? This is the one that stabilizes you and calms you. And the first 3 steps are the same. Comfortable seating position, close your eyes, deep breaths, then roots growing from the bottom of your feet. Now, we just finished pushing that illness into the earth. So what if you just pick up from here, and with each inhale, the 4th bullet, visualize earth energy coming up through the roots into your body. This will stabilize you and allow the energy centers to remain open and flowing so you don't have blockages. So we're just finished pushing the negative energy down. So now, with each inhale, bring earth energy up. So you're going to go, came up to my knees. Earth energy, let's say it's green. Earth energy is to my waist now. So I'm green from my waist down. And then I'm whatever other color from the waist up, the life force energy color. Now it came up to my chest, neck, head. So now the life force energy mixed with the earth energy, okay? And I'm that color now throughout my body and around it. You could also picture the chakras or the energy centers. Okay, there's the root chakra at the base of your spine. Then there's the sacral or sacral chakra in your lower abdomen, solar plexus in the upper abdomen, heart chakra around your heart area, throat chakra, third eye chakra between your eyes, and the crown chakra above your head. Picture these as wheels, spinning wheels, and light is going through them. So the wheel is spinning, and the light is traveling through them. This light that we just brought up from the earth energy and the life force energy is spinning freely. This will allow you to visualize an unimpeded energy flow in all of the chakras or energy centers. This will allow you to stay healthy and not stuck. Okay, and this will stop long-term physical ailments as well. So that will clear the energy centers, allow the energy to flow through and around your body, and prevent illness and increase stability. So this is a connect with your inner child meditation. So I'm going to say everybody in the world has had a traumatic experience as a child. And most of us, it stayed with us. And I know that's true for me. So, I lost my dad when I was very young. I was 7 years old and he died. And I had two older sisters. And so everybody was telling me, you're the man of the house now. At 7 years old, you're the man of the house. You have to take on the responsibility of the man of the house. So I kind of grew up really quickly. All right. I had to take care of the yard outside the house. I had to maintain our house. If anything broke, can you imagine doing that at 7 or 8 or 9 years old, even 12 years old? So I obviously had a lot of help. I asked my neighbors for help, and they were great. They really helped me fix things around the house, especially like pipes that were clogged, and you had to cut them, take them down, clean them out. So that's not something that a 10 or 12-year-old can do. So I had a lot of trauma built up from this experience. One, losing my dad so soon, and two, having this responsibility of an adult thrust upon me. So I had to do this meditation multiple times. And each time I got emotional. Okay. And that's a good thing because you're releasing those pent up emotions. So how does this work? Well, you find a comfortable seating position. Then you take 5 or 6 deep breaths, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. It's very calm. Then you visualize a safe space. Could be a room, your room as a child. Could be a beach setting somewhere on some tropical island or a mountain cabin, anywhere. And then there's a seating place in the room or on the beach. Then the little you is sitting in the room or on the beach or in the mountain cabin. They're just sitting there. Okay, you could be whatever age you want, 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old. You may do this multiple times at different ages because you had different traumas. Then you, adult you, walks up to little you, and you're going to have a conversation. And you're going to speak on behalf of little you. Okay? Don't laugh. It works. So you're going to say, hi, I'm Ned. And he's, hi, I'm little Ned. And then they're going to say, how you doing today? And you're going to answer for the little person. Pretty good. And then you may ask them, is anything bothering you? And this is where these emotional traumas should come to the surface that you've been dealing with your whole life or suppressing your whole life, most likely, if you were like me. And so bring them up. Bring up these traumas that you know are there. And it could get emotional. I'm not going to lie to you, right? And you need to do this multiple times. But this is holding you back. Okay? So take it seriously and go through the process. Talk on behalf of the little you and describe what you were feeling as a child that you felt was unfair. Okay? Could be anything. I don't know. And just talk about it openly. And then, like in my case, I told myself, I had to take on these responsibilities at a very young age. That was very hard. I don't know if I did a good job. I don't think I did a good job. And so adult me had to tell little me, you did the best you could. What can you expect? I mean, you're 7 years old, 10 years old, right? And so then I told him, I'm proud of you. You did a really good job in a very difficult situation, right? That's the truth. That's how I felt. And so, it wasn't easy, but I went through it 3 times. And each time I broke down. Actually, the third time was when I was preparing for this presentation. I went through this meditation, inner child meditation, and I broke down, which made me learn that I hadn't resolved that trauma. That was the third time. So now I'm talking about it. I'm a little emotional, but I'm not breaking down. So I think I'm over it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So then continue the discussion for as long as you like. It feels good to be in the presence of the little you. That's how I felt. It was very calming. And then to say those words to him that you're good enough, you did the best you could. I'm proud of you. Those are like very uplifting and healing words to say to yourself. Okay. So just let them come up and be honest. Be honest. That's all I can say. And this will allow you to make huge strides in your confidence, sleep better. Um, you'll carry yourself. You may change the way you feel, look. I don't know. It did me. That's for sure. And then we're going to end up with practicing gratitude. So what we want to do is list 3 to 5 people, places, or things that you're very thankful that are in your life, right? And you can find a comfortable place, peaceful spot, like we've talked about. Close your eyes, deep breaths, and then simply bring a person or a moment or a place up that you're happy with, that you want to thank God for. You could thank God for your children, your life partner, your significant other, your family, your grandparents, your coworkers, your boss, whoever, and just thank God and the universe, your higher power, for putting you in the situation. Okay? Because they're a blessing. Thank God for your comfortable home. Thank God for where you live. If you like where you live, you like the community, you like the weather, you like the um, natural landscape. Thank God for that. Okay, and maybe thank God for your financial position, your career, your skills, anything that you are happy about, that you're happy you have. And what this will do is just bring more abundance into those areas because you're not dwelling on what you don't have. You're not praying to have something you don't have, right? You're thanking the universe for what you do have. Gratitude. Speaks volumes. I can't tell you how powerful this is, especially if you mean it. If you come from a place of intention, purpose, clarity, and you're saying these things, it will bring so much more abundance into your life. It will. Okay. I can't tell you how long it will take. That's all, based on divine timing. But it works. Trust me. Okay. So why does it work? Because you're focusing on the good things, right? And you're training your mind to stay focused on the positive, which that's what I'm all about, right? Positive Ned. And this is using the law of attraction, which you've heard me say about 19 times now, to bring more bounty into your life in the areas you're thankful for. So if you're thankful for your home, what are you praying for? A better home, a more comfortable home, right? If you're thankful for your job, right, or your income, what are you praying for? More bounty in your income and have more happiness or more responsibilities in your job, right? Better position, better title, whatever you're looking for. But that's why being thankful for what you have is so powerful. All right. So that brings us to the end of this presentation. Um, And as you can see, you can find Ned's Healing Sanctuary and all these streaming platforms and apps, but I'm also now available on Instagram. Okay, look up Ned's Healing Sanctuary. I have several, I think 10 reels out there now. They're actually snippets or shorts from these existing videos I've created. I haven't gone through all of them. I've only done like 3 or 4, but I have a lot more to do, and you'll find more and more reels being posted on Instagram. And then you can also find me on in YouTube Shorts. I'm turning them into shorts as well. And so they might start appearing in your shorts feed on YouTube if you have watched the longer versions of these videos. All right. So if you like this topic, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, maybe suggest. And I'm also on YouTube Shorts. So if you've seen my longer videos, the shorts will start appearing in the YouTube Shorts feed. So if you found this information helpful, I would appreciate it if you shared it with others in your circle of friends, family. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so you can become aware of new content that I post. I thank you for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Be safe.